Alright, it's ready whenever you are.
Alright, so last session began outside the cave to Old Hopper's Cavern. The party sends Winston inside, wild shaped into a badger, and he comes back giving details that it's safe to go in, but he's smelling elves and dwarves and frogs. They go inside, and he proceeds to get eaten by a frog. So this leads to a combat. Two of the three bandits were killed. One frog got used as a ferry by Winston. And the last bandit became Doug. Just a down on his luck guy. Can't catch a break, but maybe being left alive is a good thing. Or he was suicidal and you guys even denied him that much. He then shows you safe paths over to a pool where you come across old Hopper himself with a bit of bribery for food. He nicely ferries everybody across where voices are, or not voices, but chanting and prayer is heard coming from a cavern. Kai and Paul decide to go forward while the others stay back. After a discussion, Kai decided to murder a sickly old woman. And with that, we rolled initiative. So I already have a picture already taken. That. And top of the order is going to be Kai. The one on the chest is Nalora. And remember, you did throw an axe at her. So if you're only carrying one weapon and a shield in your other arm, you currently have no weapon in hand.
I never equipped my shield.
Okay, so you have one weapon in hand. Your other one down by the chest.
All right, so top of the order. Okay, so I threw one hand axe. Did I already roll the damage for that last session? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I wrote down some numbers, so I hope so.
All right, so I think he would have had his, just pull out his short sword at that point since he just threw one of his axes. Is it a free action to draw a weapon?
Technically, it's an action. I think a bonus action sounds about right because you're pulling it free of its scabbard. So it takes a little bit, but I don't think it'll take you a full 6 seconds.
Okay. All right. Because I have 2 weapon fighting, so I don't know if I want to. Shit. I don't want to go up there alone.
Throw it.
Yeah, throw your other sword. Fuck it.
I'm real close. Like that's only what 10 feet, 10 feet away.
About 12 feet, because you want to avoid the fire. in the middle, but
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Kai was pissed off enough that he just pulled out his hand axe and chucked it at her. So he's gonna just run up to the right side of the chest. So like keeping like the wall to his back, facing Nalora, and then he's just gonna take a swing with his short sword. And fuck it, I'll burn a wait, no, because it's the bonus action to 2-weapon fighting. Well, then I'll have it out for next turn. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I'll use a bonus action to pull out my so I have both short swords out. And then I'll run up and take a swing with one of them for my action. That's a +5 to hit. What dice am I using tonight? Oh, that's 23 to hit. 18 on the die.
that definitely hits.
Alright, it's a d6 plus 3 for damage. Oh, God. That's 4 piercing damage for the short sword. I use my bonus action to pull out my other short sword. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna stay there then, just between Nelora and the wall.
All right. All right. After that, surprisingly but properly, Call, you're next to act. Kai comes rushing in, charges by the right side, and digs a decent paper cut into Nalora.
I want to take well, I'm gonna do my full movement to the elf woman, and I'm going to bonus action rage, and I'm going to attempt to grapple her.
All right. Give me a strength check.
Would that be strength athletics or just straight strength
Athletics.
roll?
Or athletics, yeah.
Okay, and I get advantage since I'm raging. That's okay. First one is on that one. Good lord. The second is a 9 plus 6 for 15.
All right. So as you come charging up and you wrap your arms around her, he just slides down and you get mostly robe as able to slip from your grasp.
I know she had her hood up or anything, like, since like I like grabbed a piece of her robe, do we get to see a little bit more of her face or anything? Or his face? It's a guy, right?
It's a male elf.
Okay.
Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Fair enough. Okay, that one was shit. So that's a nat 20 on the first one, and then a 3 for a total of 6.
A lot of action going on. As you grabbed and he fell, the clothing just kind of came up over his face a little, and you see no features.
Okay, well then in that case, I just want to like stay in his grill, and I'm just gonna be standing there shaking with rage, and that'll be my turn.
All right. That brings us down to Nalora. Nalora, a little bit pissed off at Kai for throwing an axe at her and then deciding to cut her. Is going to hold out a hand as she says a prayer and shoots out a ball of flame from her hand towards Kai. Kai, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. Alright, this is supposed to be what I'm good at, so let's hope it is. Oh, it's not even my best saving throw. Alright, that's a +3 for dex save. Oh boy. That's a total of 6.
6.
Yeah, I rolled shit.
All right. So it was Sacred Flame. So you take 5 points of radiant damage. And oh, it's not that one, is it? No, it's not the one that gives advantage on the next attack. All right, so she does that. And then, because she's not done with you, as a bonus action, she is going to cast Spiritual Guardian or a Spiritual Weapon. So all of a sudden behind you, you just feel this axe, like the one you threw at her, form in the air behind you. She's going to swing at you with that. That's a nat 20.
Oh no.
So let's see. On a hit, it's 1d8. So with crits, that's an 8 damage. Ooh, that's a 10. Got like plus 4. So that's 12 plus her spellcasting modifier,
Uh-oh.
which is going to be a plus 2. So 14 points of
Jesus Christ.
force damage just rakes down your back.
Yeah, I'm unconscious. 14 is almost my total HP. I have 17 max HP, and she did 14 damage.
If
Well-
only we had killed Doug first. I don't know why.
Just
Fucking
so
dumb.
the second death wouldn't hurt as much.
There you go. Perfect.
Well, that'll end her turn. Lucky for you. Which will bring us down to Slim. Slim, you heard a conversation, and it sounded a lot of peaceful talk on both ends coming out. Then, out of nowhere, all you do is hear the sound of a fight break out. No warnings, no heads up. But all you do is hear this because you're around a corner as everybody stayed out of sight.
Yeah, I mean, if I heard a ruckus, I believe that was the signal, was that if you hear some shit come running. So I guess I would enter the room. How much movement would I need to burn to just kind of take a step into the room, survey the situation?
I have the corner kind of sharp, so I'd say it's if you kind of mow it, you're down to where around that corner of the map is.
So how many feet of movement would you say it would take to get Slim into the room?
Into the room proper, I'd say it's 5, 10, would take about 11-ish feet.
Okay, if I entered the room and saw combat cracking off, and one of my comrades is already down and out, I think I think I would. Can I make it to him in like 30 feet? That would leave me with 29 feet of movement. Can I make it to my fallen comrade in that?
Oh yeah, I mean it's about 25 total from going into the room.
Okay, I want to avoid the fire, but I also don't necessarily want to, get into melee range with these other folks just yet.
All right. Well, you can either get right up by Nalora, kind of right by her spiritual weapon, or kind of in between, but knowing you're still spiritual weapon wouldn't get any attacks of opportunity. So, but you'd be within a good attacking range for either of them.
Okay, I want to specifically avoid melee combat with the spiritual weapon on account of it's a fucking hammer. Okay, so I want to, if that's possible, can I get to his body and still be, I don't know, 10 feet away from that hammer or axe?
Do what?
Okay, so I want to enter the room. My plan is to use my action to hit my fallen comrade with some healing hands, but I do not want to get close enough to where I'm in melee combat with the spiritual weapon. Is that doable?
Okay. If your thing is you're wanting to back away afterwards and avoid opportunity attack, spiritual weapon doesn't have that. So you'd be able to get right under it, do a lay on or a touch, and back up and have nothing happen.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to end my turn in melee with that thing if it hits like a hammer. So I will run forward and drop 2d4 healing hands on my fallen comrade. Just kind of run up and put my hands on his chest, like kind of like a defibrillator, and just a burst of light kind of brings you back 3 plus 4. That's not bad. 7 total hit points. And then after I do that, I am going to. I want to.
You
Go ahead.
you used healing hands back in the curiosity shop, and it doesn't reset until a long rest.
Oh shit! My bad. You're right. I had read that wrong. Okay. So, in that case, shoot. I think I will, in hopes that Balgrum is not far behind. I will draw the short sword and attack the dwarven lady, I guess.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Okay, so d20 plus 5. 17 plus 5 becomes a 23.
That definitely hits.
So it's a d6 plus 3. Max damage, 9 total damage. Nice, not bad.
Nice.
So with a short sword attack, if I can I use my, because now that I'm near her, I don't want to get hit with that hammer of a weapon she's got. Can I burn a key point to use patient defense?
Yeah, I think it's able to just be done.
Okay, I think it. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a bonus action or what.
I'm looking. There's the key. Patient defense. You can spend 1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Perfect. I will do that. And that will be my turn.
All right. Then brings us down to Winston.
Okay.
I will send you an updated pick here. Now that there's been commotion. All right. So Kai is currently down. Slim went in, did a bit of damage, and peeking around the corner, you can't see Call or any other figures. But you heard talking and you know they're in there.
Okay. Do I see, so like from around the corner, do I even see light? Like, can I even see in this fucking zone?
There's a fire going, so I mean, looking around, you'd be able to see into the room.
Okay. Man, this is quite the predicament. So to get into the room, I'm assuming I'm the last one in, so how
No, Balgrim is still hanging out with you.
Oh, I still got Balgrim. All right. I
He
guess
looks over and just said, "Did he just throw an axe?"
yeah, it sounds like there was some sort of altercation. Better go scope it out, I guess. And oh man, I guess how much movement. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I guess I'm going to use some movement so I can actually get into line of sight of Kai.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's only maybe 5 feet, and then he's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25-ish feet away from where you now stand. But you can see him.
Okay, I can. So I guess I'm gonna round the corner with yeah, just to get in line of sight of Kai. And I'm going to
Actually, give me a quick perception check, just so you can see if you see him on the ground, since you're at a
oh,
distance and probably not looking for him to be laying. But we'll just make it a
that's
12
fair.
DC.
Okay. So I am going to let me roll perception, you said. Okay. +3. I'm gonna roll a fucking 3. I'm guarantee it. God damn it. Okay.
You know what? Do it with advantage because Slim just attacked the dwarf lady, so that sound would probably draw your attention that way.
Oh boy.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, you can see him.
Okay, thank you, merciful DM. All right, so I'm going to kind of round the corner, just because I heard some commotion. Since I see Kai on the ground, I'm going to be like, "Oh, wow, okay, wow, that escalated, wow," and I'm going to cast a healing word for a bonus action on Kai. So that's a 1d4 +3. So Kai's gonna get 6 points of healing.
Thank you.
No problem. And I'm just trying to remember. So I can only cast healing word like if I haven't like casted any other spells, but if I'm using a cantrip, that doesn't count, right?
Correct. You can cast a leveled spell and a cantrip on the same turn, as long as one is an action casting time and one is a bonus action casting time. It doesn't matter which way.
Okay. And I guess I'm going to yeah, just I'm assuming I see maybe this floating axe, not knowing where it's coming from. I guess I'm going to attack the dwarf with a thorn whip if I'm within 30 feet.
Oh yeah, you're within 30 feet. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Hopefully I can get max damage if I even hit. All right, here we go. Nat 20. Let's go.
Go. So it's a 1d6. So you got 6 on the die and roll another d6.
Five.
You almost doubled the damage he's taken so far, and she's now looking beat up.
And yeah, Winston's just going to look kind of very angry or perturbed that she struck down, or I'm assuming that she struck down Kai. He doesn't know what fuckery's going on with this floating axe. But yeah, I think that'll be it for me. I don't think I can do much more other than move, and I don't really want to get close.
Is the floating axe a concentration spell?
No, that's the beautiful part about spiritual weapon. It's not.
Bummer. Okay, never mind.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
dude. Fuck up that old sick lady.
That's why it's like one of the better second level spells is you put it out there and it's just there.
Yeah, it takes forever for the damage to scale, and after a while, it's like hitting people with a piece of paper. It doesn't scale well. It's at high levels.
But it's nice while it's young. I mean, look at what it just did to your brother.
Well, I didn't know my brother was made of paper. Jesus Christ! Need to dump some of that con there, guy.
That brings us then down to Dunderen, who has a target that came up and tried to give him a hug without asking. So he's going to show you no means no. Or not. So he has a scimitar, pulls out, whips it straight at you, but he's still caught up in his robe and just wildly misses. That'll bring us down to Balgrim.
Balgrim
Last map is still pretty much current.
sees Kai throw an axe and immediately get dropped by a sick old woman. And then Winston sprints off. So he looks down at Doug and he puts a hand on his shoulder and he just says, "Doug, I'll be back. Keep yourself safe. Don't get too close to the water. The frog looks hungry." And then he draws his battle axe and he's going to adrenaline rush to get 2 temporary hit points and double his movement. And I'm going to sprint up. Trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna sprint up and get in melee of Nalora so that I can be flanking, and I'm gonna cast Bless.
So, based upon where people currently are, you'd either have to kind of skirt with the fire or jump over the fire because you got Slim kind of right in front of her and Kai laying down on the side.
I'm good with jumping over the fire if you'll allow it. I assume that my athletics check will be
well, absolutely.
All right, sweet. Question: wouldn't that just be part of my movement? Because I would already be sprinting, so I could technically jump 14 feet. I think we said last time.
As a long jump, but you're jumping over a bonfire. So it's not a matter of how far you're jumping, it's a matter of being able to jump over a fire.
Okay,
So
I guess I was picturing the bonfire being lower. I see what you're saying now. Like it's a tall fire as well, so I'm trying to clear it.
Correct. Or at
Well,
least not trip and fall into it.
funny you say that, because I rolled a 2 for a total of 6.
I would, in your haste, you go charging and you stumble through the fire. Now, because of how quickly you're moving, it's only going to do 5 points of fire damage. And you land semi-prone, but you're through the fire and right in front of her. And I'd say you still enough momentum to get back up. You like stumbled, trip, so you weren't fully prone.
And he just kind of towers over her, and he looks down and says, "It really doesn't have to be like this. Nobody has to die." And he'll put one hand to his chest, and like a pulse of light will go out, and he's gonna cast Bless with his action. And I'm gonna give that to Kai, Winston, and no offense, but myself, so that I can hopefully keep concentrating.
All right, so Kai and Winston are now blessed, which is the added D4. And is that everything for you?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, that brings us back to the top. Kai, you realize that maybe acting on impulse isn't the smartest decision. And you're currently prone, but you feel your life still within you.
Yeah, he's just gonna look up and just, oh shit, that fucking hurt. Okay, time to get back to work. Oh god. And I'm gonna use a bonus action for second wind. It's a D10 plus 2. That's a 5 plus 2 for 7. Healing. Oh boy. Okay. Since I, hmm, you, does it look like Nolora's looking hurt? You said she was kind of feeling rough after getting
Oh yeah, she's
right.
definitely bleeding. You would guess, I'd say. Well, give me a medicine check.
Medicine. Oh boy. Plus 1. Okay, this dice is going to jail. That's a 5.
You could tell it's more than half, but you don't know by how much.
All right. Uh, yeah, I think he's just gonna. Yeah, he's started this. I guess he's gonna try and finish it. Um, especially with that fucking spiritual axe hanging over his head behind him. Yeah, he's gonna strike out with his short sword again. I'll use burn half my movement, stand up, and then strike out. That's
All right, give me an attack roll.
it's a 10 on the die plus a d4 for bless. A 1, so that's an 11 plus what is it again? 5, so 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. D6. That's a 4 on the die plus 3. So that's 7 points of piercing damage. And
How much was it, the damage?
7.
Okay.
She's still standing.
He is still standing.
Okay. I don't know if I want to burn my action charge or not. No, I'm gonna save it because I know now that everyone is kind of like all my coworkers are now in the room. Yeah, so that'll be my turn.
All right, so you stand up and you take one heavy swing after taking a deep breath, and you take a pretty good hit to her, just kind of getting that revenge back. And she's looking beaten down, but she doesn't look like she's got that quit in her. Next up is Call, who still has the elf who took a swing back at him when all you did was try to give him a hug.
So Kyle's gonna look at the elf and be like, sorry, friend, I'm gonna have to touch you now. I hope that's okay. He's gonna try to grapple him again.
All right, give me another athletics check.
So technically, since I took the
What?
attack action, is my rage still up?
I was just about to look that up. Because on the one hand, yes. On the other hand, no. Like, I could argue it both ways. Does grapple maintain rage?
So
I'm
it
I'm
says
sorry, but if
your
somebody came
rage
at me like
ends if you
that,
haven't attacked a hostile creature. But I feel like I'm reading it as long as you took the attack action to try to do something, you would still
Yep, no.
maintain. It's only when you don't do anything that you lose it.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is it considers grapples and shoves as special attacks, which are still considered attacks and therefore would
Yeah.
maintain your range.
Yeah, that's what I see too. So, yeah, it's still up.
That's funny because I rolled a 9 and a 9 for a total of 15 again. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So another 15.
that was the creepiest one-liner before you tackled that dude. If somebody came at me like that, like, I gotta touch you now. I hope that's okay. And then they tried to tackle me. I would
The aggressive,
scream
so he
and leave. I would fucking flee so fast.
I hope that's okay.
he met ya. He beat ya.
It's just stupid, dude. Oh.
Wait, I
guess
can't
that's it for me.
believe that.
I feel like we're just gonna be standing there, staring at each other, fucking awkward as hell. Like, rest of my teammates are just beating on this old lady, and me and this dude are just pretty much dancing over here. Like, we're not hitting each other at all. Dude. We both missed everything. It's funny.
It's a flat fight.
Think of it less as a little old lady and more like the Exorcist or something. She's obviously powerful. She just summoned an axe and killed this guy. You know,
One moment.
I don't know about you guys, but that spiritual weapon would have even at full health, that spiritual weapon is a fucking a one hitter for me. So I'm trying to avoid that a lot. We gotta take that lady down.
Oh, he did say she's looking beat up. Y'all are really wailing on this old lady. Good job, guys.
Because she's one hit killing us.
And I'm just having the dance of death with my elf friend over here. First one to connect wins the fight.
You guys are all like flexing and like wrestling all greased up and shit.
All right. That brings us down to Laura. Laura, after taking some damage from, took some from Slim, but none from Balgrim, even though you came running up and looked scary as hell. She's going to reach over to Slim and cast Inflict Wounds.
Why would she do that? Damn her.
9 plus 3 does a 12 hit.
It does not.
So she reaches out, but due to your adept martial abilities, you're able to just lean back enough to avoid her touch.
Slim's eyes go wide as he kind of stretches out of the way.
Let's see, as a bonus action, she's going to move that axe to behind you.
Oh shit.
No, I mean, she saw Kai get back up and... nope. Kai got back up and took some damage out of her, so she's going to use it against Kai again. And that's only a 12. That one's done.
12 misses.
So this time you were ready for it, and you're not going to be got twice. As it swings down and just... you're able to shift to the side and have it go right past you. And that brings us down to Slim.
So I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Either I make an attack and then burn my second key point for another round of patient defense so that I don't get murked with one hit, or if I burn the key point on all offense and try to do an extra couple of attacks. What's the battlefield look like? Where are my allies in this? Oh, perfect. It's like you read my mind. Okay. I'm kind of in the mix of things. There's enough of my boys here. I think it will work out in my favor. I'm going to go offense. I'm going to make a first attack with the short sword.
All right.
11 plus 5 becomes a 16 to hit.
It hits.
All right. So d6 plus 3. That's a 1 plus 3, which becomes 4 damage.
All right.
And I'm going to burn a key point to do Flurry of Blows. And with my offhand, the hand I didn't strike with my sword, I throw a right jab elbow combo. Let's see if I can't get in there. I don't imagine an 11 hits.
11 misses.
Okay, next one. Ah, shit. Worse. 7. So, yeah, I make a couple of unarmed attacks unsuccessfully and am thusly out of key points for the moment.
So after you stab her, you go to swing, but the pain from the blade causes her to double over, and you instead just miss as you hit where she was rather than where she is.
That's it for me.
All right, that brings us down to Winston.
Oh boy. Winston, I think is just gonna kind of keep on keeping on. He's gonna just go ahead and thorn whip that lady once more.
I will say that since you have two allies directly in front of her, that's going to count as at least half cover. So it's going to be a bonus to her AC.
Ooh. All right. Let's try it.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Oh, whoops. Do D20 plus 5. Please, please, please. Oh, let's go.
All right, describe how you want to do this.
So I'm gonna go ahead and Winston's gonna be like, I think we're done here with that axe fuckery. And he's gonna throw the vine whip out or thorn whip. It's gonna wrap around her head, and then he's gonna pull it again, referencing like Beyblade, and just like spin her head off. Just rip it right off.
So you reach out and you're able to weave this whip right between Slim and Balgrum, and it wraps tightly around her neck. And as you pull, it just pops up like a champagne bottle, with Slim and Balgrum getting and Kai getting blood just sprayed over them.
Can I add just a little more flavor? Can I have it
Go
like
for it.
when I pull it off, like maybe since it's a smaller object, or unless she's got like a fucking huge head, I'm gonna rip it backwards and I'm gonna almost like fling it towards old Hopper for like a snack.
Sure, why not?
Sick.
All right, anything else you'd like to do?
No, Winston's just gonna kind of, wipe his hands and be like, well, that's that for her. And then kind of focus on, the other one there.
All right. Well, that brings us down to Dundran, and you just hear the highest pitch scream of "No!" as he takes another swing at Call, who's trying to stop him from getting to his mistress. Be a 17 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. Finally.
And that's for 6 points slashing damage, rounded down to 3.
Like he's
And
gonna
he
like
is starting to cry.
I'd imagine like Call like lets him like cut him a little bit, and then in the swing of the motion, kind of like it's okay, caresses him a little.
All right, that brings us down to Balgrum. You got a little blood on you as a dwarf woman's head got ripped clean off. And there's still an elf fighting right next to your left.
I rolled a dex check just to see how much blood I got covered in. I got a 12, so I'd like to think the shield covered most of it, but I've definitely got some splatter again. I'm seeing a habit here. And I guess assessing that she's dead, uh, he looks over at Dundor. Is it Dundor or Dundrin?
Dundrin.
Okay. And he just takes off like sprinting full linebacker, throws his battle axe on his back and just tries to tackle him after watching Cal try so hard.
Give me an athletics check.
Yes, sir. That's going to be fucking another 2, but 5, 9 from the bless.
I told you, dude. This dude's elusive as hell.
Yeah, he's like greased up deaf guy.
He is,
Family guy.
and he still is. So you try to grasp him as well, and he just shifts to the side of your grasp, and you just miss him.
And Balgrim's just gonna like, I guess in his like deepest guttural voice, just be like, "She already died. You don't have to. Stand down." And just try to intimidate him, I guess. And to maybe
give me an
surrendering.
insight check.
I think I know what you're gonna tell me, but we'll see what Balgrim knows. It's a 13.
He has that sort of passion in his eyes that you've seen from husbands trying to protect their wives.
Yep. That's what I was afraid of. Well, Balgrim understands that this guy has to die. He technically hasn't swung at him though, so conscience is clean. That'll end my turn.
That brings us to the top of the round with Kai. Kai, you just watched this kindly old woman get her head ripped off. And there seems to be an elusive elf that just everybody's trying to give a hug to, and he just ain't letting it happen.
Okay. Why does everyone keep calling her kindly old woman? She gave a disease, like fucking poison.
You know, Kai. Looking back on it, the man said that he wanted to like put it on his wall or something. Like he didn't exactly say he was going to drink it or anything. So
Right.
we may have
broke.
we may have jumped the gun here.
Did
brother.
she sell it and the buyer knew what it was and what it was capable of? Or did she sell it as like snake oil or drink this healing potion? Like, did he know what it was?
No,
I think he liked the way it looked and he said it would make a good mantelpiece.
He thought it was a nice little trinket, and she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's just a trinket. Take it." Instead of telling him this is deadly poison.
Here's the solution. On your next turn, just ask her.
I did ask her. I had her confirm before I threw the axe. I was like, "Did they know what it was?" And she said no. They thought it was a trinket. They liked how it looked.
Brother, we may have jumped the gun here a little bit.
Her head's gonna make a nice mantelpiece.
Winston.
Sorry,
Winston just moved up to number 3 in my book.
All right, Kai, what you going to
do? Kai is gonna gag a little bit in his mouth as he just saw this head get ripped off and flung through the air in front of him. Oh shit. I don't really have anything to like hold this guy down. I mean, I have rope. seeing everyone try and tackle him, can I just? I think Kai's just gonna try and tackle him too. He's just gonna run after Balgrim, see him dive past and land past him. He's gonna just take a dive at him too, try and fucking doggy pile this guy.
Are you going to run around the chest, or are you going to try and climb over and tackle him from the top of the chest?
Um, fuck it. He'll step up onto the chest and jump off and try and like bear hug him midair.
Right,
Just
give me an acrobatics check.
all right. Decent in acrobatics. Okay. That's a 16.
Okay, so you're able to jump off nicely. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. With bless still. That's a natural 20. Plus one bless. 21.
All right, so give me an athletics check compared to his acrobatics.
Okay. Athletics. Come on, dice. Oh, Jesus, my dice are on fire. It's 18 on the die for 21 athletics.
So where your brother, I mean, that's basically been this whole time is you showing up your brother. Only difference is this time you also get to show up Balgrim as you come flying off the top of this chest and straight up just tackle this guy down to the ground.
All right. Yeah, and I guess I'm just gonna like hold him there and just be like, listen, like my friend said, she's gone, but you don't have to die too. You guys just fucking just willingly gave a deadly disease to a group of family who did no harm to nobody.
Give me an insight check.
Call's gonna be like, unfortunately, brother, we may be past that point because we can't exactly be having witnesses to what we've done here now.
It's a 7.
You actually think you might have got through to him.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's my turn. I'm just gonna try and like grapple him there on the ground.
All right. Well, no, Laura's gone. So, Slim, you just watched Kai jump from a chest and tackle down this other guy, but you give me an insight check.
Insight, you say? All right, all right. Let's see. That's a +3 for me. So skadoosh. 5 on the dice becomes an 8.
Yeah, I mean, Kai made some good points, and surely this guy sees that.
Interesting. Are we still in initiative then?
Yes.
And I'm up, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. I felt like I was maybe cutting somebody off for a second. I'm going to. I mean, I would like to position myself to maybe be flanking this last individual between those who are not grappling him, I guess, should he try to escape.
Okay, I moved you to kind of the north of him, so then you guys have him surrounded on 3 sides.
Okay, cool. And then I'll just kind of yell at him, I'm going to something along the lines of yield, tell us what we need to know, and ye may yet live.
All right, that brings us down to Winston. Winston, you're kind of tucked back around the corner, but definitely sounds like a lot of action going in, and you know you killed the dwarf woman, so
I guess can I just is old Hopper still there?
a little bit of a walk. I mean, I'd say you're probably 5 to 10 feet away from old Hopper.
Can I get just like a read on him, like to see if I can figure out what he's thinking about this whole thing?
All right, give me an insight or animal handling check.
Definitely animal handling. Okay. I know he's kind of got a mutual relationship with these folk. 1d20 plus 5. Oh my god.
Yeah, is that your
Jesus
third
Christ.
20 tonight?
That's in a row. In a row.
Oh man,
That's
that's
crazy.
is Atlantic City still a thing up there? Like, should you and Dakota be on a trip to Atlantic City and hit the roulette table or the craps?
Seriously, I'm considering it.
You look over at Old Hopper and you're able to see exactly what's on his face. It's just, that was yummy. I wonder if I'll get another treat.
Oh. Hmm. I thorn whip Doug. No. Fine.
Yes, finally. Justice. No, sorry.
Kill him. Shit. I guess I am going to make my way over to the pig pile here, and I'm going to I guess look at this elf here and just say, "Listen, I know you're upset, and I'm sorry that I had to do what I did, but you might want to simmer down and listen, or you're going to join your wife here or your little girlfriend soon."
Give me an insight check.
Good lord, dude, Winston's a fucking menace, dude. Good.
Nobody can read him. Nobody could catch him. Just
He's the only one who got directions around town. He's been leading us everywhere. Is Winston the leader? I think he is.
Kind of, yeah. But Balgrim's second guessing his association with him now after that last comment. Like, if we were playing Baldur's Gate, it would have popped up and said Balgrim disapproves.
Oh,
Call is confused about the situation.
I re-roll ones though, I believe.
as a halfling, yes.
Ooh.
It's Winston is just on opposite sides of the spectrum. It's either ones or 20s.
Another nat 20. Come on, Winston.
This has got to be it. If it is, I'm done. I'm closing the laptop.
So as you
17.
say all of this to him, you look at his face, and you can read animals, and humans are animals, and elves are very human-like. So surely you can read him, and you see a fanatical devotion that the fact you just killed this woman he was so devoted to, he will stop at nothing to slit everyone's throat, even if he has to use a dull rock to do it.
Oh God. Guys, I don't think he's gonna come around. He's got a wild look in his eye. Like he ain't gonna stop. Um, and I guess I'm going to do don't really want to. I kind of want to rip his head off, but I don't know if that's really what I should do. An ability check. I guess is it who ended up actually getting him or like grappling him?
Kai has him grappled, and they're on the ground. Kai on top of him.
Oh shoot. Okay. I guess, and if I make an attack on him, is that going to be with any sort of penalties since he's grappled
If
or
it's
so
in
close?
melee, if it's a range attack, it's at disadvantage because he's prone. If it's at melee, it's at advantage because he's prone. But with Kai on him, he's going to have 3/4 cover.
Darn.
So
Okay.
you'll have advantage, but he'll be a little bit harder to hit.
Okay. Golly, I don't know if this is going to really help, but I don't really. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to walk over to Kai, and I'm going to touch the back of his leg and just say, hopefully this can help you out. And I'm going to just give him a little bit of guidance.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it for Winston.
All right. That brings us to Dundran, who is going to try and stab Kai in the back. Nope. He's just aggressively swinging and holding a scimitar and trying to bring it down is not the easiest thing to do. So he just completely misses. And next up is Balgrim.
Balgrim is gonna draw his axe and just shake his head and say, "It really didn't have to end this way." And he's gonna hit him with the flat side of his battle axe and try to do non-lethal damage to knock him out.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Is he flanked currently? I assume so, with everybody around him.
He's currently prone with Kai
Oh.
on top of him, so it's advantage to attack. However, his AC is higher based upon having 3/4 cover, as he has another elf completely laying over the top of him.
Yeah, okay, that checks. Let's see. Ooh, natty 19 for 23.
All right, that hits. Roll me some damage.
Be a D8 plus 2. Oh, I forgot about Bless, but I guess it still landed, so that is 3 points of damage.
So you swing at him, and because you're trying to be gentle, you give him more of a love tap than what you were intending to do.
He'll just look down and be like, "Look, I really don't want to hurt you. You could just not, and this will all be much easier." And he'll just kind of look around at the group. It's
Kai,
getting sad.
this guy is still trying to kill you. And as you were told, he's not going to just quietly submit like others have.
All right. Seeing how Balgrim was trying to, I noticed he didn't go for a killing blow. He's trying to knock him out. To look like, I think I would try to roll away from him and stand up. And can I try and do non-lethal as well with my short sword? Maybe like try and just like hit him with the hilt, try and knock him out.
All right. So you roll off the top, quickly stand up, and bring the hilt of your sword down. Give me an attack roll with advantage.
Oh yeah, because he is prone. That definitely hits. That's like 24.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
All right, so 1d6 plus 3. That's a 6 on the die, so that's 9 damage.
All right, so you bend down and you just knock him cold out.
Okay. So he's gonna take a moment to take a breath.
And that takes us out of initiative, so.
Malcolm looks around and just says, "Shit, Doug!" And he sprints off to go find Doug.
While
Kai,
Balgrim's out of the way, Paul's gonna chop the elf's head off.
what?
Y'all don't understand that when a man is this hurt, there is no fucking saving him. He's gonna fight. We have to kill him, or he's gonna rat us out that we murdered this lady.
Wait,
All right,
wait.
We're bringing the
wait.
fucking head to them.
Fuck this
We're
guy.
ratting ourselves
And-
out.
Kai's gonna try and stop his brother.
Yeah,
He's gonna try and like run up in because he's close. He's like across. Like he's like
You're just
standing
gonna
right
hear, you're just gonna hear Call say no witnesses, and then just start to bring his axe down. And if someone tries to stop him, so be it.
I'm going to say, because Kai had finished his turn and Call was next in initiative, the swing's going through. So give me an attack roll with advantage.
And just for fun, I rolled a 16 on perception as I'm running for Doug. So I'm pretty sure I hear it happen.
You know what's going on.
I rolled a 6 and a natural 20.
So you cleanly chop his head right off.
Balgrim just hears the axe hit the ground and just skids to a stop, shakes his head, and just starts walking toward Doug.
Nice shot.
No witnesses.
Clean.
We murdered these people in cold blood. We can't have what happened here escape this room. It had to be done.
You gotta love it. The barbarian clears out a known bandit den and is worried about being painted the bad guy.
My only regret is that we didn't take the other bandits' heads as well. They should be worth some sort of a reward, turning in live bandits, slaying the local thuggery in town. We gotta get paid for this, right? More than... This is extra, aside from what the mayor's paying us to seek out. Am I wrong?
I was more worried about the dwarf. This was her sister. I didn't want to have to hurt her sister. How are we supposed to break that news to her now?
Well, if she lives, I mean, said sister's sitting on that chest. I point to the chest, and I'm like, and I got a hunch there's at least a little bit of stolen shit in there.
Oh yeah, is the chest able to be open that her body's on top of? Like, can I open it?
Do you want to open it?
I don't know. Do you want me to open it? I'll put her body next to her lover's, both of them headless. And we probably want to beat the old Hopper to get across. At least there'll be some good game out of this. And I'll open the chest.
Kai's gonna rush over as he's reaching for the chest and grab his hand. Be like, why don't you just let me check it out first? These are bandits.
Give me. See, judging by. All right, give me an initiative roll, Kai and Call, to see if you're even quick enough to.
All right, we'll do it in a variety.
Yep. Let's put them above board.
20. What do I have on initiative? +3. Oh shit.
Carl opens the chest.
Hopefully it's not trapped.
I am going to need Balgrim, Kai, and Call to give me Constitution saving throws.
Wait, I'm not even in there. I went off to get Doug.
Oh, that's right. You ran off. I was going based off the last image of my head, and I'm like, well, Winston was over there. Slim was up here.
Yeah. Once again, Balgrim's not around for some stupid shit to pop off.
What was the saving throw?
You said
Constitution.
Would we still be under bless?
How
It
long
does
is
last
Bless?
the last
A minute.
up to a minute, yeah.
The whole fight was 4 rounds.
And then the second that we got out of initiative, Balgrim said, fuck Doug, and then ran off. So that all happened in pretty
about
quick.
half. Chopping the head off. Walking over. Yeah, I'd say it's like at the very end of the spell, so I'll give it to you.
Okay. Alright.
Carl wrote us 17 con total.
Oh, that's not good. The 13? I mean, not terrible, but probably.
So you're diving to try and stop Call from opening this chest, and you're just a hair too short as he lifts it up, and from this dragon statue that was on top of it, this blue dust just spreads out over you. Actually, let me look at my map.
Did you say blue dust? Oh no!
God,
I'm going to need Slim and Winston also on a con save. Because yeah, she's a cone.
A con save for me, eh? Alright. It's not
Yep.
bad. It's bad. 4 plus 2 becomes a 6.
Everyone but Call failed.
Wait, and he
Okay,
triggered the
so-
trap and everyone else paid for it?
Yes.
All right, so this
Y'all
blue
gotta be
dust
beef
came
here.
out, spread out, and landed across Kai, Cal, Slim, and Winston. And that's all.
Guys, didn't she describe the stuff that gave the cause of the disease as some sort of blue dust?
No, I think she said it was a blue liquid in a vial. Pretty sure.
I feel like Balgrim probably would have made it back right about the time that you guys get afflicted with whatever the fuck this is. Walking Doug back.
You leave and you come back with Doug, and Guy's beheaded and everyone's covered in blue powder.
What? I was gone for like 15 seconds. I just had to get Doug. What the fuck did you do?
It was the brothers. I kind of gestured to Call and Kai. I don't really know what happened, but
Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, I did open the chest. I was curious, and yeah. So everyone got covered with this blue stuff. That's my bad. But yeah, we're kind of fucked now, huh?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay,
I'd say.
big guy. We all mess up sometimes. But you, and he looks over at Kai, still pissed that he started a fight with Nalor to begin with. Like, you know better. You're supposed to be watching your brother. You let him do some shit like this after you try to axe an old woman. What in the absolute fuck are you thinking?
Okay, all right. I agree that got a little out of hand, and I might have acted a little out of impulse and anger, but you guys didn't hear it. She showed no remorse. She What she said was, I don't know how much you guys could hear, but she found 2 vials of this blue stuff, and one of them broke, and after the blue powder, which, eh, sorry, Slim and Winston, but I'm pretty sure we have this now. So more incentive to find the cure. But after it broke, they started getting sick. But she said they needed to get money to try and find a cure. And so they sold the second blue vial to a merchant, his wife, and his daughter, and didn't tell him what it was. He just thought it was this cool little trinket that he wanted to put on his shelf. And she just was fine with that. And I don't know. I just saw red and lost it. But so I'm sorry. But
I'm
now,
sorry doesn't glue their heads back on.
okay,
I
there
mean,
are also bandits who robbed.
to be fair, you got angry is not a good excuse for decapitating 2 people.
Okay,
Well,
I also didn't decapitate them.
that was
No,
me.
no, it's not like you had anything to do with the situation at all. You know what? You're carrying the fucking heads back. Somebody that's already been hit with this blue shit. Try to scrape some up, get a sample so we can see if the TPK can help us figure out what this is so we can cure your asses before you turn into fucking popsicles.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Can I blow some of that blue dust in his face?
Oh my God.
I'm still pretty far away, to be fair. I just walked back into the area.
I go into badger form and I sneak to him.
Winston and Slim, give me a history check.
Oh, a history check, you
Oh,
say?
no.
Actually, just make it a general wisdom and add your proficiency, because I think you two are the highest in that.
Okay, general wisdom plus proficiency, is that what you said?
Yes.
Seven on the die become add 6 to it at least, but it's only a 13.
Winston, you remember that during the discussion, Nalora said she believes it's a disease from the frozen lands called frigid woe. But so far, they haven't been able to find a cure.
And she said they were trying to fund an expedition to find the cure. Did she say she was going?
No, she was trying to go to the stronghold of the Ishtar family to see if they have anything that could help.
Okay.
But the disease itself came from the north, and now you guys know what the cause is.
Oh, we definitely know now.
So I assume like this is like a house of hers, so she probably has like a wash basin or some form of something like that somewhere in the home.
She has a cold pool that you crossed over to get to her.
Yeah, I will at least make an attempt if there's like, even if it's some cold ass water, I will make a pretty good attempt to get all this blue powder off of me. Slim has a cleanliness thing, and rather than loot the room or you know, get into too much dialogue or thought, Slim would basically strip down naked and begin bathing with all of this blue powder off of himself.
Right,
You know
give
what
me
that
a
means.
Constitution saving throw.
We need a 1d12 dick length check for Slim.
It's a whopping +2, so 11 on the die becomes 13.
think that should be enough. Yeah, it's only a 10. All right, so yeah, it's still pretty cold, but you're able to stave off any effects from it.
A quick dip, and then maybe I'd even as I pull myself out, I might even try to dunk my clothing as well, try to like rinse it off of my outer robes and things, maybe not like the inner gear I was wearing, but like the outer like winter gear stuff is for sure getting a rinse in this water.
All right.
Can Kai check out the chest and see what's in there?
Yeah, do you open the chest?
It's gonna poof again.
Check it for any more traps first. Make sure that was the only thing.
All right. Give me a investigation check.
Alright. 16.
What you see is just where the remnants of the dust was by this dragon's nostrils. And it's pretty all cleared out now. You don't see any other possible traps.
Alright, yeah, he's gonna open up the chest and just kind of look around and see what she's got stored in here.
As you open the chest, you do see a good little treasure trove. You find a gilded scroll case covered in a cosmological map of the multiverse worth 15 gold pieces. A jade statuette of a storm giant worth 25 gold pieces. A quiver containing 6 +1 arrows. And a silver ring set with a jasper stone worth 50 gold pieces. You also find coins, 415 copper, 234 silver, and 115 gold, as well as a receipt indicating that Nalora sold a blue gas vial to one Mr. What did I name him? Silas Wilton for 100 gold pieces.
Okay, this is a lot of shit, guys. I mean, we can assume this is all stolen, right? Like, this just isn't her stuff.
Well, about time we load up, unless y'all want to rest here. But I don't know about you. I'm pretty fucking exhausted, cleaning up messes and whatnot. Kind of looks around at the blue dusted room and the 2 decapitated bodies.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't sleep here in case the people who weren't affected by this blue dust accidentally get affected.
You mean Doug?
Colin Balgrim, too. We don't need everyone in the party getting sick.
Wait, is this how the sickness is transported, or wait, we're confident that we're probably sick now?
I feel like you, me, and Winston are probably... Yeah, we need to find a cure.
If my memory serves me right, I think there's a cure. But it's in a land you said it was called the Frigid Woe.
That's the name of the disease that she said she believed it was.
But we don't know the actual location of where the cure would be.
Yeah, no. You don't know. Is anybody proficient in history?
I'm not.
Certainly not.
Not proficient, just a +1.
Same, not proficient, but a +1.
Yeah, then none of you would have really had much cause to study the Gengesh culture outside of just having them heard. Oh, it's the old people. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have the frigid well.
Yeah.
From that frigid hoe, and I'm gonna point at her head.
Remember, her head's no longer there. You flicked it and fed it to old Hopper.
Oh, that's right. I
Body
point at
now.
old Hopper, his belly.
All right. So
Can I imagine?
Wait.
Can we loot the bodies? Can we pat down a old dwarf lady and weird elf guy? Despite their heads being gone, maybe their pockets are full.
Give me an investigation check.
In the midst of all the fuckery, you threw her head to the frog. We were supposed to bring the head back to prove that that was Nelora. How are they supposed to believe us now?
Hmm. Well, I mean, in the heat of battle, I tend to make mistakes. It was quite thrilling.
Well, if you've got any creative solutions or a way for them to identify that it's actually her, well, I suggest you come up with something here. That's going to be a tough sell when we get back to the TPK.
Can I grab the other head and kind of make my way towards old Hopper?
Sure.
I'm gonna hold up the head to old Hopper and try to communicate with him a little bit, and just kind of because he actually understand what I'm saying. They can understand me with the speech of the word. I'm going to just kind of say, Mr. Hopper, I know we've only just met, but I'm wondering if you could do me a favor. Any chance you could spit that head back up, and I'll trade you this one, and maybe even a couple bodies. And then I point back at both the bodies.
No, we need both heads, but he can have the bodies.
Slim also points to Doug.
And maybe we'll throw Doug in there too.
Doug is
No,
not going
Doug is
the frog.
Give
Call's
me
Enough people have died.
Call's
give
gonna
me
move Doug
a
behind him.
persuasion or an animal handling check.
That's not right. My dice are on fire. Fuck.
That's quite the bonus you got there.
I control the frog now. Oh shit. Damn it. 11.
You wasted your nat 47 on the first one.
Damn.
So you get the impression from the frog that he's not going to regurgitate the other head, but he's also not going to eat the head in your hand. Because if he would have felt by another one or two, he would have.
No proof at all. Well,
Or you
he
carry
seems
the
hesitant.
dead body.
I guess I'll return to the group and just kind of tell him the situation. Be like, well, he seems a little hesitant. Doesn't want to spit that other head back up.
well, we do have the bodies. I mean, we could try and just lug those back.
All right. Well, somebody that's already been covered in the blue shit. Can you look around the room, maybe find something with her name on it, something that would be specifically hers? Prove that we were here. We'll take her lover's head, but there's got to be a better way just to confirm. But then we need to either Well, no, quite frankly, we need to get moving.
Well, we do
Oh.
have this receipt that she sold the death in a bottle to the merchant.
I'm just thinking they could think that's a forged note, so just further proof since we don't have her fucking head. And he just looks down at Winston.
Oh, I found a happy birthday card from her grandson.
Can I check her body?
Slim already gave an investigation. With that check on both bodies, on her you found a normal dagger, human made, and on his body you found a scimitar, human made, as well as leather armor. Otherwise, what they have is pretty much what they have.
Slim takes it all and, fastens it to his backpack and, strips the dude out of his armor and, leaves his headless corpse naked in the corner or something, and as he finds himself in need of some dry gear.
Can I check around her bed to see if she has anything, I don't know, any mementos or letters or something?
Give me an investigation check.
14? Wait, no. Sorry, 16. Forgot my modifier.
All right. While looking around her bed, you find a diary, and all it really says is, they got the stuff brought back from that Rogar sold to Kaylin. Her sister, or she would say her name, Tolgi was sick. Seems to be the same stuff Nalora seems to be experiencing now. She sold a vial to Silas Wilton down at the Jealous Giant joint in town, and she was going to use that money to head off to the mill.
Gotcha. Yeah, he'll take that. Are they like dated? Like each entry?
Sure.
Okay. Can I try and see if I can figure out like how long it was between entries of her, like how many days between the first time she says they like took the stuff from where we know they got the vials, and when she first mentions feeling sick, like if there's like if I can try and gauge how many like days pass before she started feeling ill.
Sure, since you had the idea and it's already written down. It was about 3 days before her symptoms kicked in after she took possession from her sister.
Shit. That is not a lot of time. Alright, yeah, so he's gonna bring that over. Well, guys, I found a diary. I mean, I feel like that might help confirm identity, maybe. Also, not great news on the whole disease front. Seems like we might only have a few days before we start feeling these symptoms. I think we might need to move quick.
Well, in that case, and Balgrim's gonna grab one of the bodies by the leg and just start dragging it toward the water. Better make our way back across here. Get the fuck out of this cave.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's go.
Call will pick up one of the other bodies and put Doug over his shoulder. If Doug wants, he doesn't want to force Doug to go, but if he wants me to carry him, I will.
Doug will take the cuddle ride. He's had a very long day.
Hell yeah. He'll put him over his right shoulder because that's his stronger shoulder, so he'd be more comfortable.
All right, so with Winston leading the way with the frogs, you're able to get back across, and remembering how to safely navigate, you leave the cavern without any incident. And as you exit the cavern,
wait. On our way out of the cavern, can we loot the bodies of the other bandits we fell?
sure, give me an investigation check.
Oh man, I should not be the one doing this. I suck at this. 15 plus 1, 16 total.
You find 2 human-made crossbones, 1 goblin scimitar, and 1 human scimitar.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll take it all. We'll load it up into the pack and see if we can't hawk it later and split it or whatever.
All right, and as you exit the cavern, you could tell the sun is now up, and it's the early morning, probably 6:30ish a.m.
Oh man, we've been up all night, and I'm tired. I'm pooped, guys.
Yeah, let's just get this shit back to the mayor and rest and then figure out what to do from there.
All right, let's go. Paul's gonna start confidently walking in the direction, even if it's the wrong one.
Okay, roll me a D4. Anything but a 4, and you're walking the wrong way.
I start walking east instead of west, just straight into the tree line.
Slim once again points this out to his brother Kai.
Carl, I think you're going the wrong way. Why don't we just let Winston lead?
Follow me now.
Follow the little one, of course. Just turns around, starts confidently following the little one.
And Winston confidently leads you back to town, and you can see townspeople starting to walk around. Some humans, a couple elves, dwarves, just going about their day as their morning starts.
As we get close to town, Valgrim's gonna pull Doug aside and make sure that Cal's over there with him, and just be like, "No, look, Doug, we're gonna have to take these pinnacles and the rope off of here. It's gonna look real suspicious. What I'm willing to do, since you managed to help guide us to Melora, is vouch for you. See if we can't get you in as maybe a startup recruit at the TPK or something. Get you a little bit of credit for the situation. Now, all I ask is that when we take these off of you, you don't run away. And you just take this as kind of a second lease on life, rather than getting beheaded like most of the people back in that cave." And he just kind of puts a hand on Cal's shoulder. What do you think about that, Cal? You think he's TPK material?
I don't know. He's a little weak, Balgrim. I'm not gonna lie to you. He does have a certain gusto about him, though. I mean, he is the only one that survived. I don't know, Doug. What do you think? You think? What do you want me to kill you right now? Or you want to join TPK? I mean, that's really your only options.
Well, if those are my 2 options, I'll join TPK. Otherwise, I was just going to see if maybe the shopkeep needed some help.
Nonsense. Your talents would be wasted there. And he takes the ropes and the manacles off of him.
I'm not gonna tell you this, Doug, but all your buddies at the shop are dead. We found them first, but they did fire on us. So
I meant the general goods store.
Paul's gonna
stocking shelves. No swords.
Paul's gonna rub his face and, "You got this, my sweet prince. I would have never hurt you. I just wanted you to hear. I just wanted to hear that you could do it." He's gonna rub his face a little. "You got this. Just stay behind us."
Okay. And where do you go from there?
Call will confidently walk in the direction of the mayor's house.
Roll a d4. Let's see.
As Carl takes off, I think I'm going to gift the one of the crossbows and the goblin scimitar to Doug, as I'm fairly sure we had disarmed him. So.
Oh, you definitely did.
Well,
Are you sure?
I rearm him. I give him a crossbow, but I don't have any bolts. So I just give him the crossbow and the goblin scimitar.
Call will pick up a stick off the ground. Here, just shoot this if you have to. See if you can make it work.
He reaches out and he's a little reluctant, and mostly because he's afraid the second he touches it, you're going to accuse him of trying to kill you and slaughter him. But
as soon as he touches it, I flinch like I'm going to punch him, but I give it to him.
That's 2 for flinching.
He flinches and falls back on his ass.
Poor fucker.
Are you sure we just shouldn't kill him now? I mean, if he joins the TPK, I mean, hey, no, never mind, Doug. You'll be fine. As I insist, he takes the crossbow and scimitar from me.
He is at 1 HP. So you literally had him at 1 this whole time. So yeah, he's pretty much a smack to the side of the head wrong, and he's dead. Level.
Balgrim's gonna put one hand on his shoulder and then put his forehead gently against Doug's forehead and just say, "It's okay, little one. Everybody deserves a second chance." And he's gonna drop his 1 point of lay on hands.
Thank you.
Call's gonna help him up and then slap him on the back, maybe a little too hard, and just be like, "There you go, buddy. You're one of us now."
And then Call walks towards the governor's mansion.
And this time I go in the right direction. Hell yeah.
So you're able to walk in, and there you see at the little desk Gilgris writing out some papers. Oh, you're back. Did you find anything?
I imagine Balgrim and Call are still dragging these headless bodies with them.
We fed him to the frog. That's how we got back across.
He's in his office. Just go on ahead, but you can leave the bodies outside. Please, thank you.
Oh, you're going to watch them for us? They're kind of important to our story. They're holding up a little bit.
Sure, the guards outside will keep an eye on them in case somebody wants to steal them.
There's a good chance we killed most of the criminals in this town this evening, so.
Yeah, we just, save the town from crime. Like Batman.
Except for the old lady murder part. But, we'll sweep that under the rug.
Call's going to whisper under his breath again. No witnesses.
So you take the bodies, you dump them outside, and then you're welcomed into Mayor Erden's office. Oh, you're back already. What have you discovered?
So we found that the sickness is what's it called, Kai? Midget's woe, something like that. That's
frigid woe.
The frigid blow. That's what's causing this affliction.
Upon hearing Winston properly say frigid woe, the mayor gets up and he, with a concerned look, goes over to his bookcase and pulls out a book and sits down and starts flipping through it. Do you just stand there while he's looking, or divulge any further information?
Oh, Slim's nosy as fuck. Slim wants to know what book he pulled off the shelf, and if he can stand behind him and read it too, he's gonna.
Yeah, I was about to say, Cole will like walk up behind him and look over his shoulder.
Kai is also going to step forward and just be like, yeah, so apparently Nalora, whose body is outside, her and her bandits were holed up there. They stole a bunch of a shipment of goods from Ishtar, the Ishtar family, and among those goods were these blue vials. One of them cracked when they were inspecting it. Nalora and her sister here got sick. She sold one vial to a merchant who I highly suggest that you go check on, because he's just got this vial sitting on a shelf and it needs to be destroyed safely. His name is Silas, whatever his last name is, I can't remember. And we have her diary here, confirming everything she's done, and that some appropriate proof about what it is. She seemed to have done her research a bit, but yeah, we altercations happened, and her and her bandits were dispatched of.
Not all of them. We dropped a few off at the local guard shack. Since the TPK is not without mercy, obviously.
Almost all of it.
Gesture to Doug.
Yes, our friend Doug here was, well, quite frankly, bit of a turncoat, but worked out in our favor. See, he surrendered in battle, and then he led us directly to Nalora herself, and has not harmed us since. He's actually been quite the asset. Isn't that right, Doug?
Yes, sir. One of you give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Honestly, we couldn't have done it without him.
I've only got a +1, so I nominate someone else.
I got a +3.
I can do persuasion. I got a +5.
You weren't talking, Kai?
I wasn't talking. Yeah, you're right.
I got it. I got this.
Yeah, I didn't talk about Doug.
Yeah,
you know what? Advantage, right?
Cal was leading, so we might as well just let him roll it, see what happens.
Oh, are we letting the barbarian roll the charisma check?
I have
barbarian has like the second highest charisma.
I do.
Oh,
I
wow,
have stupid high charisma for some reason. So the first one was a 19, the second was a 16. So that's a 19 plus 4 for 23.
Well, since you proved so useful in capturing Nalora, you shall be pardoned to the Green Order. You can assist them as recompense for your actions. Oh, that's great. I could do that. I'm great at mopping and sweeping and cooking, and what? I'll empty their waste baskets.
Oh yeah, boys, looks like we got ourselves a squire.
As things settle down, Mayor, I can't remember his name. Mayor Erdan speaks up and says, yes, according to this book about the travels up in Terran, a frigid woe came from the ancient battles that the Gengesh had with one of the rival civilizations. Now, it's said to be this blue dust that they would use and spread it around. It was airborne, so as long as you didn't breathe it in, you should be fine. But according
Pause.
to
At that point, Cole's gonna be like,
I'm gonna cough a little.
now, according to these reports, no vial, as you said, has ever been found of it. It's always been used as a trap setting. So if Rogar came back with these vials, I wonder if it was where it was manufactured, in which there are tales that they did make an antidote because accidents happen. It's supposed to be this milky liquid stored in the gold vials. I wonder if where Rogar had found these vials, if the antidote is also there.
Where is this Rogar currently right now? Do you know where he lives? Because about that blue powder, there was a trap, and some of us, we believe, have been afflicted.
yeah, funny enough, I opened it and set it off, and everyone else got it, but me and Ballgrim. And he'll like pat Ballgrim on the back. Oh, hey, we're the only ones who's good.
Kai's gonna sap tap call.
Well,
Cole's gonna
that's
try
Can I
to
give him
block it.
guidance?
I'm gonna use my reaction to impose disadvantage on that with my protection feat.
Hell yeah!
I gotta back my boy up.
But I give him guidance.
You did call it, or I'll let DM decide. But he did say it.
I'm
All
gonna
right, give me
rage.
an attack. Give me an attack roll at disadvantage with guidance.
All right, what's guidance again?
It's just a
Plus
1d4.
Plus D4. Okay. All right. What's disadvantage plus a D4? Oh shit. That's my lowest. I rolled a 13 and an 18. Is this just like plus my Dex modifier for
Man,
like
it
unarmed
doesn't
strike?
matter. If it's plus anything, I have a 14 AC.
And I got plus 3 with guidance, so that's a 16 before any modifiers.
You just smack
You
my
sack tap
hand
him.
in. Yeah, you smack my hand into his dick. You just take a meaty full ogre, or sorry, full orc.
do you hold?
Oh,
Cole looks at Ballgrim
oh
with
no, it'd be back at hand.
betrayal in his eyes as he falls to the floor in the fetal position.
I use my last point of lay on hands on you.
Well, that's unfortunate. But Rogar was also whose funeral we were at when you arrived to town.
Yet, that's right. He's
That
dead.
name did sound familiar.
Okay. Did he have any business partners?
Here's what I'm thinking. And he yells out, Gilrus, come here. And Gilrus walks in. He says, first, our contract with you is finished. I asked you to find a cause for the disease, and you did. And you also turned in a couple bandits, so I've had Gilrus throw in an additional 25 gold pieces.
Slim fist bumps in the
So-
background. Nice.
Gilrus opens a chest with 75 gold pieces. Now that the previous business has concluded, I do not believe you are done. And I believe this, unfortunately, could benefit us both. Now, I need somebody to go to Terran, to Jaren's outpost, find out where Rogar went, and investigate that facility. I could send out for a TPK to send another party while you get a whole new job, but if you were exposed to this dust, there's a chance you're infected, and I'm sure you would like to find a cure as well. So instead of paying a fee to TPK, I would like to just offer you 150 gold pieces to find out where Rogar went up at Jaren's outpost and see if you could find an antidote.
Well, I think I speak for the group when we got some of us who are more than likely going to die if we don't find said antidote, and getting paid in the process will probably it's just a cherry on top. So, unless there are any objections, I say let's go, boy.
I mean, we kind of have a prior obligation to go through the TPK. It's sort of our job. So
Oh, that's right. Hey,
we're
Kai.
gonna have to clear that with the big
but
guys.
Look, Kai, get the fancy talking rock. Reach out
You
to
before you do that, you do understand that once you tell TPK you finished a job, they assign you the next one, not the one I'm currently going to have to reach out to them for. And they take a cut in which that 150 gold I'm offering, they would take a portion of that. So you would get a lot less than that by going through them.
Oh, so if we don't necessarily tell TPK that we finished that job, they
They
won't
do not
know.
know. They don't know how long it would take you to complete the job. For all you know, the answer lies in another town.
I don't know, fellas. TPK seems to know a lot.
What do we recall what the payment was? Like, what is the advantage of telling TPK they're going to pay us another cut? Question mark.
I think if we tell them, they'll just say, "Okay, head somewhere else. This isn't our problem anymore."
But
So the
And
way
you-
TPK works is that they have a job list, and all they do is pull the next job off the top. And when a new one comes in, it goes to the bottom.
You sure do know a lot about the TPK, Mayor. I
Well,
appreciate
this
that.
is DM God here telling you. Now, the mayor is going to tell you that I had to pay them 75 gold for them to send out a team. So out of that 150 gold, they will probably send you each, from what I remember hearing, 5 gold for completing a job and keep the remainder themselves. So that would be 50 they keep. So out of 150, you would have 100 to split amongst you, not the 150.
Yeah, but what we're really looking at here is the job security. They give us consistent work, and so they take a little cut. They manage the big stuff. They tell us where to go. It's kind of, it's almost like a union job, really.
Bogger,
I will make it 200 gold.
Well, does the TPK offer dental and health insurance? Because I don't
No.
want to lose that by going again. Okay, then what the fuck? Then let's just take the money then.
People
Bogger,
die all the time. Do you think they're going to heal you?
I mean, what's the harm in just phoning the big guys and asking to follow up on a lead? I mean, this could be a pretty big deal.
Well, because I think they'll say that's no longer our problem and send us somewhere else because it's technically another job. We were supposed to find out the frigid woe, which we did. So technically, our job is done here. But
Yeah, but this could be the next job.
yeah, but he just said did you not hear the voice in the sky say that it goes to the bottom of the list? If it's the next job, it doesn't matter.
But out of sheer convenience, maybe they'd work with us on this one. We just happen to be where this job is. They don't even have to deploy a new team.
Bagram. What if it doesn't though? And they ship us somewhere else, and then Winston, Slim, and God forbid my own brother dies? I just don't think we can risk it.
Well, that's the job, man. You know what you signed up for.
Usually, Bagram, we see eye to eye, but I can't risk my brother's life. I hope you understand. Mayor,
I respect your opinion. It's going to be okay. And then he gives you like a predator handshake. Direct eye contact.
Like forearm to forearm.
Yep.
Slim kind of speaks up a little bit, and Slim is like
handshake.
Slim kind of watching you guys kind of get into it. He kind of ignores everything you guys have to say. He makes some eye contact with the mayor, and he's just comes clean and says, "Well, I need money. I need to amass a fortune, and go where the money is. So if I have to do it alone, I will. And I will keep all 200 of that gold. And I go to shake the mayor's hand.
Guy's gonna walk up behind Slim and just like put a hand on his shoulder. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really in this for the gold. I just really don't want to fucking die by freezing to death.
I'll take his
I hate
part.
gold. No, I'll take the gold still. I'm just saying. The main reason
okay.
is I don't want to die. So
Carl will put
Right.
his hand on top of Slim's and the mayor's to like get a like a team, everyone's hand in the middle type thing going, and you have my axe.
And I come up behind Call, and I put my hand on his half. And I say, and you have my thorns.
And as everybody moves in to put their hands in, presumably, who is currently holding our sending stone that goes back to the TPK?
You each
I think
have your own.
Oh, perfect.
I have
Okay.
mine in calls, but you
Yeah.
and both and Slim both all have your own.
All right. Belgram's gonna put his hand in.
Thank you.
I thought we were gonna have to PvP for a second.
No, I'm just gonna I'm gonna hold my action, if you will.
Well, this just
Frigid
feels a
Woe on
little.
3.
I mean, we're all like holding hands. Like, can we? How does the mayor look? Does he look uncomfortable?
He looks perplexed.
So does Slim.
So
as you guys totally ruined his handshake, he's also very confused.
Carl's gonna like
This is the
feel
weirdest
tension.
handshake I've ever been a part of.
He
Carl's gonna
has
feel the
no
tension in
idea
the room.
what just happened.
All right, guys. Frigid Woe on 3. Frigid Woe on me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Frigid Woe. And he's gonna lift his hand up.
Belgram just walks off to like a quiet corner, if he can.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
Kai's just gonna like sit down, maybe with the mayor, and like while this is happening, just like try and see if he has a map and just discuss like the details of the travel and stuff while that's happening.
Slim might also want to kind of chat up the mayor, so I think I'd go with him. Slim is going to try to convince the mayor that, not only did we turn in a handful of bandits, but we seem to have upended what looks to be like a thieves guild or some sort of like organized crime network. That should have incurred a bonus aside from the few bandits we rounded up to the guards. I'm gonna try to see if I can't weasel him for some more coin.
Yes, I appreciate the work you did for us. Hence the 5 additional gold.
That's like 1 gold per life taken. Is life that cheap to you around here?
No, I did not ask for anyone to die. How you went about your business is up to you.
Neither did we. They came at us by doing your bidding.
Well, then it sounds like it happened just for you to save yourself. So it all works out in the end.
Slim's eyes narrow, but he backs away.
And the mayor starts talking. Yes, I could get you equipped with proper clothing so that you do not freeze while you are up there. I will set for a ship to take you. It will be the Ramores. However, it will not be ready to travel until tomorrow morning. They just came back. So you'll have a day to relax, get your stuff in order, and be prepared to be on your way. Now, when you get there, I will have somebody meet you at the harbor to introduce you so that you may figure out where Rogar went. if you do find an antidote and are able to bring it back, instead of waiting till you get here, there is a person known as the buyer at Jaren's outpost. They have a means of being able to quickly transport items from there to here as well as elsewhere. So that would be the fastest way for the vials to get here.
Well, hopefully there's more than 3, because we need at least 3.
Yes, hopefully there is, as we have still some infected people apparently. You said it was to Silas Wilton.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
his husband and children are actually staying down at the Jealous Giant joint, the inn that I would recommend you get rooms at. So perhaps you would see him there, and perhaps he still has the vial, or even luckier, no one's been infected with it.
Yeah, we can definitely check that out.
If these vials are needed to, like, perhaps make a anti-serum of some kind, maybe we should take his with us? I mean, somebody who's already infected could carry it.
It's not a bad idea. I'll carry it.
Bogrum, what was that stealth check?
It was a 13 with disadvantage.
Right, so as you go sneaking off, Winston, Call, and Slim, with your passive perceptions, you notice this orc try and sneak away, and he looks like he's trying to be hidden.
Paul's gonna just look right at him and be like, "Are you good, Bogan?"
Slim just kind of acknowledges one's need to stand in a shadowy corner once in a while as a shadow monk, and so he just kind of nods. He wouldn't really assume anything too nefarious, not from Balgrim the Paladin.
I guess we're done here. I'll kind of step back too. I'll go stand at the same corner as Baldwin.
So Bagram, you try and just kind of stealthily walk away, and all of a sudden here comes Call right up next to you.
Hey, just looking for some privacy. Oh, Cal, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was gonna call the TPK. I really just think we should run this by them. I mean, we don't want to get on their back. We work for them. It's kind of it's our thing. I just feel like I'd be pretty pissed off if we just take another job and don't even check in.
Ballgroom, normally I'd stop you in this situation, but you seem to have a right head on your shoulders. I trust your judgment. If you feel that's the right thing to do, I won't tell the others. But I will say, if you put my brother's life in jeopardy, I have to choose him, man. I can't lose my brother. I've lost everything else. And if TPK gets mad and we don't listen, I mean, that's just going to put me in the spot. So you do what you feel is right.
Man, well, when you put it like that, I mean, quite frankly, I think your brother's going to be in danger either way. It's ridiculous if you're trying to keep him safe and this is what you do for a living, but I respect it. And, well, I guess we'll go down this path a little bit further. And then we'll give him a call and check in. We got to make this quick though,
It's kind of, we kind of don't have a choice we had to get into this job just, for the money. We were strong, young individuals, really not much else for us out there. But he's a good kid, man. If he dies in combat, that's one thing. But to die from some disease, some affliction that some bandit bitch put on him, I just can't stand by and let that happen.
No, I understand, man. Let's find this cure. Let's make it quick. And thank you for opening up to me. And he puts one hand on your chest, just deep eye contact, nods, and walks off.
Call nods back, but is a little unnerved. That the eye contact makes him very uncomfortable. Kai, are we good to go?
The rest of the party was just standing there watching this interaction like slack-jawed, you know what I mean?
That was fucking weird.
It's a relatively small room.
I'm thinking twice about Balderman call. Maybe you guys should call the TPK and go to another adventure.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So, we'll rest up down at that inn, see if we can find Silas to Silas? What was his name?
Silas, I think.
Silas.
Silas, yeah, we'll see if we can find Silas and take that vial from him, and first light tomorrow we'll be ready to go.
Hey, Mayor, what was the name of that tavern again?
Jolly
It's
Giant?
the Jealous
Joint?
Giant Joint.
Jealous Giant Joint, not the Jolly Green Giant.
I'm just gonna
That's
call
the
it
other tavern.
Yeah,
That's just locals know it as the Triple J.
Triple J. There's a
JGJ.
Giant's a G, my bad. I'm still gonna call it the Triple J.
Giant with a
Listen,
J.
Call is not a smart man, but he's nice.
But I'm charismatic, so it's the Triple J.
We got Jeff with the G and fucking Doug over here.
All right, Doug, let's go get us a drink. Paul's gonna start walking towards the Triple J.
Walks
All
in the
right.
wrong direction.
Yeah, roll a d4. Let's see. Yep, wrong direction.
Did anybody happen to get directions to the Triple J?
He gave them to Kai when they were discussing the plan. So Kai and Slim know.
Kai's just gonna walk up to Cole and grab the back of his shirt collar and just drag him in the opposite direction of where he was going.
Can, just in case, we also get the directions to this guy's domicile in case he's not at the inn for whatever reason?
I think he's
a traveling merchant, so his home is not within this town.
Oh shit.
Would not know.
Okay, so we gotta go catch him now. Okay, got it.
So you walk up and you see this 2-story stone inn. It has a giant sign above it that says the Jealous Giant Joint. And as you walk in, the downstairs of this inn features a large tap room. Currently, there's not many people there. It's a couple dwarves and elves just eating their breakfast, kind of talking, having the morning coffee. At one table, you do notice 2 human males with 2 tiefling children, and they seem to be eating a breakfast and laughing. And behind the bar is a human woman, long brown hair, though the sides of her head are shaved. She says, I haven't seen you before. What can I do for you?
How you doing, Sugar? We were sitting over here by the mayor to replenish on some grub. Hopefully have a place to stay if you have one.
We have 2 rooms available, 6 silver a night. And, we got definite food. We got a current breakfast bake going on, and that'd be 11 copper for a full-size breakfast and 2 copper for a cup of joe.
I got this, guys. I feel like I kind of owe you guys one. Yeah. So he's gonna walk up, and he said it was 6 silver for a room, and then 11 copper per breakfast.
Yes.
All right. So he'll put down 4 rooms. Oh, and Kai can share a room. So he'll put down
No.
20 silver.
And the whole time, McCall's going to be like making eyes at the bartender, like flexing a little bit, trying to see if she's interested.
So he'll just put down 20 silver and 55 copper for the rooms and the breakfast.
Yeah, we sure are beat, just took out a bandit den nearby. Fighting a sickness, just doing the job. Flexing while he's talking.
Y'all went up to Old Hopper's Cavern and cleared him out again.
Yeah, the mayor hired us to do a job. We knocked it out. Wasn't about a night's work, right, Kai? Hey, it's nothing too much for us.
Yes, my brother is very strong.
You goddamn right I am. And I just been
Well,
flexing.
that's wonderful to hear. Now, if you'll go find a table when the food is ready, we will bring it out.
Bet you like some strong arms to keep you warm at night. Gets cold around here, huh?
Guy's gonna pull a call away from the bar.
You just let me know if you need some help around here. Call says he's like winking as he's walking away.
Those strong arms didn't really help with the elf.
Hey, all right. It's only because he was very elusive. If I got my hands on him, let me tell you something, little guy. It's been the end of it. I'm strong, but he's a little faster. It happens. I'll get him next time.
I mean, he's headless.
Yeah, and why is he? Because of yours truly.
Well, you got a point.
He was unconscious when you made him headless, so to be fair.
Oh,
Carl doesn't know what to say.
it's all right.
Yeah, once you shut up and Carl's gonna try to sack tap him there.
All right, you're going to try and sack tap who?
For calling him out. Some bullshit.
Give me an attack roll.
Would that be just plus strength, like an unarmed attack?
Strength, and you know what? Let's give you your proficiency. Because you're a big beefy boy.
He's proficient in sack tapping. That's fair. You know what? Good point. Good point.
I rolled a 12 on the die plus strength and proficiency. That would be a +6 for an 18.
Familiar
Yeah,
territory.
So you sack tap him.
I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, well why don't you shut up? Okay, right in the left nut because I know that one hurts a little more.
Oh, Kai's gonna drop to his knees, try not to vomit.
And Call will look back at the bartender and just give her a smile. There, we're just playing around. We're brothers. It's what we do.
She gets this really uncomfortable look on her face, and okay, when it's ready, I'll bring it out. And she kind of walks away.
All right, hey Kai, I think I should stop. She looks uncomfortable. I don't want to. It's gonna start getting weird, right?
I think it's already weird. Okay.
Oh
Guys,
yeah, you're struggling, Balgrim. What do you think? I think bartender's probably not interested, right?
I don't know, man. Let me go see. And so
You could always just tell her that you're gonna touch her and you hope that's okay, and then just fucking tackle her like you did that bandit.
You know what?
Room for him and Cal, right?
What was that?
You just paid for your room, right?
No, I paid for everyone's room and breakfast. He's feeling
Oh,
bad
damn.
about being.
All right. Never mind. I had a whole bit. Yeah, he's just gonna walk up and just be like, "Milady, name's Balgrim, was just looking to buy a drink for me and hopefully one for you from that gentleman over there." And he just kind of nods over at Cal.
Carl's just like blushing and it just gives like a stupid wave.
Kai is in the fetal
That's
position on the ground.
that's sweet, but I don't think my husband would approve.
Oh, I mean, for what it's worth, your husband could probably join, but the drink's fine.
Whoa.
Hey, you're not over here. You don't know
The
what's going
fuck,
on.
Paladin?
Hey, he's allowed to play pranks.
Balgrim's gonna say that and Carl, like not knowing what he's saying, is just like nodding along, like yep.
Kai's gonna reach out and like, I don't know if like Slim and Winston are close by. But he's just gonna kind of like grab one of their legs and just be like, "Merchant," and just point. Excuse me. Point to the male couple with the tiefling children in the corner.
Oh yeah, he said they had kids. That's right. If they pointed it out, money's on the line, man. I will absolutely go over there and kind of try to assert myself into their conversation. Pardon me, I hate to interrupt, but there is an issue most delicate that we must discuss, and time is of the utmost urgency. So, may we talk a bit of business?
I'm always willing to give an ear. Have a seat.
I sit down and gesture the party over, and I hit this dude for sake of brevity. I spill my guts. I tell him everything we know. I tell him everything about the vial. I tell him how we probably need it on our future ventures. I tell him about the sickness. I come 100% clean with everything we've understood, working for the mayor, working for TPK, the whole nine. And then I just wait for this dude's reaction.
Carl's gonna sit next to him, when he called him over, and he's gonna like just listen to Slim's story, and then kind of like, yeah, and then the kids are there. He's like, and then we beheaded a couple people. We fought some frogs, kind of embellishing it up for the kids.
I might, yeah, I was gonna say I might tone down the violent parts for the kids, but like I'll skip them in my story, and then he can tell about it.
No, Slim, you're forgetting when we cut that dude's head off and his lover.
Right, correct. So, sorry, moving on.
He gets this panicked look on his face. Oh God. She said she was moving and just needed moving money, so I offered it. Oh dear. We've all touched it.
Well, as long as it's not open or leaking, it shouldn't be a problem. But for now,
You see,
you should return it to us if you can.
you see the other human male reach into his pocket and pull something out, and it's a cloth. And he opens it, and you see the vial, and on the outside, you can see a little of the dust. And as you look at it, you can see that there's a small crack in the vial.
Any of you happen to be breathing while around this thing? Carl will kind of look sheepishly.
We all touched it. We let our daughters touch it so they can admire the pretty blue color.
Okay,
I
you
wouldn't be
touched it, but
surprised.
were you breathing when you touched it?
Who holds their breath to touch something?
I don't know. They could have been like so taken aback by how pretty it was. Their breath was caught and they didn't breathe in that particular moment.
If
Yes.
yeah,
We also touched food items afterwards and put those in our mouth before washing our hands.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, friend. Unfortunately, you just sentenced your entire family to death.
Quite possibly. So we're going to need that vial. And you should probably quarantine. Don't travel. Stay here in the inn, stay in a room, and wait for our hopeful, successful venture to finding the antidote to this awful disease.
You may
Kai,
have luck on your side, friend, because fortunately, 3 of our members were also afflicted by the sickness. So we're kind of hell bent on finding this antidote. One of my brother was infected, so if we find it, we'll bring it back. Hopefully, there's enough for everyone. But I'm gonna give it to my brother first, and then we'll see how much is left.
Kai's gonna get up at that point and just kind of Colin Balgrim are anywhere near the table, he's just gonna push them both away, like back like 10 steps, and then he's just gonna walk up to the merchant and just, you know, gingerly kind of like reach out and just wrap the vial back up in the cloth. He'll take out like another rag and wrap it up again. Just make sure it's, you know, as wrapped up in cloth as it possibly can be, and then he's gonna just put it into his satchel.
Yes, we will stay here for like until either there's a cure or there's no ability for us to move.
Yes,
Friend,
we must succeed or you will die. It is unfortunate, but yeah, your fate
I'm
is on our shoulders.
I'm really gonna stress this part. You really shouldn't move because so far 3 people have been infected. Well, actually 4, right? Yeah, I forgot about the Curiosity's owner, and every single one have died a horrible, slow, and painful death.
Some of them had choppy offy deaths. Quite painful.
Yeah, the sickness literally made their heads pop off. It wasn't my fault
All
or
right, maybe
Winston's
we
fault.
should stop with the intimate details. There's children
Do you want
here.
me to lie to them, Kai? The children are infected. Their heads could pop off.
Very bloody.
Just why don't you go grab us some
Winston,
beers, Colin?
Winston
I'm pretty sure
literally
their
ripped.
heads don't pop off, but I mean, you do turn to ice, and it's a terrible, slow, painful death.
Winston
Kai's,
barely thorn whipped that lady, and her head just popped off. Like
Kai's gonna
I
put
don't
a
It was
gold
it was
piece.
already on the way out.
Kai's
That's
gonna
what
put
I'm
a gold
saying.
Winston's not going to
gold
be the
piece.
one to kill the children. They're going to die of the disease.
Maybe he will. Winston's a little gun happy. I mean, he may see that they're dying and want to have mercy on them.
Winston,
I don't.
no kids at least, right?
Well, I mean,
There was that one time in Tijuana.
we don't talk about that.
It's about
But
this time somebody brings out food to the table. Okay, we got your sunny side up eggs and the flapjacks. I decided to be creative and I put a smiley face on them. And here's some bacon, give it just that wonderful happy joy to start your day. I hope you have a blessed day, one and all.
Call's gonna steal Kai's bacon and put it in his pocket.
Do I see him doing this? Are you trying to be stealthy?
No, I'm bullying you. I'm just fucking taking it off the plate, put it in my pocket.
No, I'm steal your fucking bacon. Don't take my bacon.
I'm already eating my bacon.
God damn it.
I got pocket bacon now. What are you gonna do about it? You may not even live to eat this bacon. I'm gonna save it.
This is going on. Silas and his husband stand up. Excuse us. Your company has been appreciated, but we need to retire.
Certainly.
And they gather up their daughters and make their way upstairs.
Oh, I don't know if it'll help, but the other people who are sick seem to enjoy being by the fire and eating some hot soup. I don't know if that's because it was cold or it made them feel cold, but it might bring y'all some comfort.
And they just walk away.
Do they still have bacon on their plate? Do they have a plate where they eating when we when we just fucking spilt this horrible news on them?
They were eating when you arrived, and roll me a D100, and that's the percentage of their plate that they ate. They barely started breakfast when you gave them this joyous news.
Fuck yeah, dude! I'm stealing all their bacon and putting it in my fucking satchel in my pocket.
They finally get their food and they take one bite, and then we're like, "You're gonna die of a horrible disease."
You sent your children to an early grave.
They're so stressed out they bailed on their breakfast. Are we the bad guys in this campaign?
Call will 100% put their food on his plate and pocket their bacon.
All right, well, there's no one there to stop you.
Hey Kai, they didn't touch their food. You want some of this? Yeah, they still got some bacon.
Yeah, I mean, you stole my bacon, so I guess I'll have some of yours or theirs.
Well, unfortunately, I took all their bacon, so there's no bacon here either.
You're a piece of shit.
Call will pull out one piece of bacon from his pocket and put it on his plate. All right, you son of a bitch, here. And I give him like 3 or 4 pieces.
That's better.
All right, so you sit, you enjoy your breakfast after a long, hard fought battle. It's about 7:30 a.m. Shops don't close until evening, so you'd be able to get in a long rest before going shopping. What would you like to do?
Oh man, should we just power through and then sleep tonight? I mean, I feel like if we sleep through, our sleep schedule is going to be all fucked up. If we go to sleep right now, we're going to wake up damn near in the middle of the night.
I'm pretty sure most of us are exhausted and half dead. So it's probably best that we get some rest. We could still head out in the evening.
Here, I got something to help you. I know you're tired here. And I give him a piece of bacon from my pocket.
I want to give Doug the leather armor that I acquired in the battle as well. So now he has a crossbow, a goblin scimitar, and a suit of leather armor. Did he already have a suit of leather armor?
He already had a suit of leather armor, and after you left the mayor's office, he went over to the barracks.
Oh, well, damn. Well, I guess I'll have to hawk it if we go to the market.
All right, so do you retire for the night, or do you power shop and try to avoid exhaustion?
I don't know, because even if we do get exhaustion, I mean, we're just going to go to bed. I mean, we might just knock out the shopping, just go to bed at a proper time, wake up in the morning, start fresh.
Yeah, because we
The
want
bandits
to.
come.
Who's coming?
Well, there's 3 bandits that were never accounted for.
Wait, 3?
Maybe they come to attack.
Fucking.
I hope they do.
If they
I
did,
hope
it's
they
fucking
do
Doug's
come.
fault. You realize that. He's probably snitching on us right now.
Should have
How
tore
could
his
he
head off.
possibly do that, Slim?
He's
Doug,
with
you
the
never do that,
green
right?
guard or whatever.
Hey,
I mean,
Baldwin, maybe you can reach out to TPK, tell them we got a new recruit, see what they want us to do.
Yeah, I suppose I could give him a call about Doug. Probably not the worst thing. And I guess I'll pull out the sending stone. Can I put it on speaker?
No, it's just a normal sending stone, so it comes directly to you
Yeah, fair enough.
in your head.
Yeah, he'll I guess dial up the TPK.
Threat Protection Company, how may I help you?
Yeah, this is Belgrim checking in.
And call, hi.
Yep, and call and all the others too. They all survived. Yeah.
No, we in the course of our job here, we ran into a fellow we think could have some potential within the company. His name's Doug. He was technically one of the bandits at one point, but he very hastily switched sides. Became quite the advantageous person to have with us. He led us right to where we needed to go. Helped us find our way around. Watched our back, and well, he's agreed to work for the Green Order, but I think he'd be better off with the TPK. Just wanted to see if he could do something about that.
With all the applicants, he would need to go to the nearest outpost, which I believe there is one 2 towns over. He would have to fill out an application, go through the questionnaire, go through a physical, go through a proper training protocol, in which case he would then be assigned and further trained, just like you did.
So you'll let him in. Wonderful. I'll be sure to send him that way. What was the name of that town?
It is. Okay.
Triple J.
How dare you ask the DM a question he's not ready for?
Oh, it's
We're getting close to the end
perfectly
of
fine.
the session. I had to throw him a curveball. I mean,
Yes, it is fuckery.
fuckery.
Yes.
Could you spell that? Just to make sure I heard you right.
Fockery.
Yep,
Question,
that's what I
DM.
figured.
Is
Very nice.
was it Mirema? Mirema? Is that the name of the town or like the country or continent that we're on?
The kingdom. To make it
So
easy.
it's like
It's an empire.
So Fockery would be within Mirema.
Yes.
Okay.
Everywhere you go will be within Mirema. Unless you decide to go completely off course.
Dibs. That one. Let's do that one. Just kidding.
Of course, Mirema.
I'm game for whatever. If we want to do like a market run, I don't really have a lot of cash, but I have a handful of items I would try to pawn off. But either way, I'm missing some hit points, so I wouldn't mind a long rest either.
Well, I don't think the bandits will be too much of a problem. And I think we should just, do our shopping, prepare, and then get maybe like 7, 8 o'clock. We can go to sleep, wake up early in the morning. We're good to go. Our time doesn't get mucked up, because if we go to sleep, waking up at like 8 o'clock, it's going to be a little weird. You know what I mean?
I mean, if we just run straight to the market and then run back to our rooms, we'd probably be fine, right?
Are we agreed to? We should probably head out in the morn, head towards our new destination. Then.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
mean, if
early.
it's about 7 or 8 right now, then theoretically an 8-hour rest puts us getting up and moving in like the early afternoon. I guess kind of afternoon, like 3, 4 o'clock then. So, I mean, we could still get some shit done today. Aren't you in a hurry to kind of fix your brother's whole, illness? I don't really know what to call it. But
Well, the mayor said that we couldn't. Like the earliest he could arrange transport for us was tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
So,
transport and gear as well. Some winter gear.
Yeah. So like we're basically just stuck hanging around unless we wanted to leave without the transport, which we'll probably lose time by walking.
Well, the other side of the argument would be maybe we get some sleep, go shopping. Maybe this tavern's a little popping. Maybe there's some little more strange in here. You know what I mean? And you'll kind of wink at Ty.
No, I think you wink at yourself in like your reflection.
Yeah, I wink at myself because I'm.
I think perhaps it would be wise to just get our shopping done early, and then that way we could head out fresh in the morning.
Yeah, let's just go.
Let me see.
All right.
Hey,
Shopping
excuse me,
day.
Miss Bartender. I know this town's a little desolate, with the location and all, but is this tavern, somewhat popping in the nighttime? Do you get a little lively later in the day?
Well, we get a lot of visitors coming through, and people like to take it off in the evening. So everybody needs a little enjoyment. It doesn't get crazy, but it definitely is the social hangout.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And he's like, see what I mean? Maybe we get some rest. Maybe we go shopping later, see what kind of ladies come through later on.
Everybody's current health points.
Oh God, why are you asking that? I'm 13 out of 17.
Calls at 15 out of 26.
11 out of 14.
14 out of 17.
11 out of 17.
All right, everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, jeez. We have been up for like a day and a half.
Yeah, you guys have a
Four.
couple physics on.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
Call rolled a 17 total.
hey, 19 for me. My con saves are fucking my highest for some reason. I guess I'm proficient in Constitution.
Yeah, and you're the first one to go down.
No, my Constitution itself is not that high, but I'm proficient in Constitution saving throws.
You know what's funny is that Gladier's always going down, and then Kai's the first one to go down. To see that the trend is continuing.
Yes.
Belgrim?
That's 10.
And Winston.
Con save, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Please.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
I can re-roll. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
halfling luck?
Halfling luck.
Fucking.
There's a reason Dakota loves it.
Bet it's gonna be another one. Are you fucking kidding me?
Avery giveth and taketh away.
3 nat 20s and 2 nat 1s in a row. That's fucking great.
That's what you get for rolling 3 nat 20s in a row. You know, your
What?
luck.
You throw an axe and almost, fucking start this fight, and I clean this mess up, and this is how I'm treated?
Balgrim, Slim, and Winston take 1 point of exhaustion. I set the DC based upon where everybody's health was, so it was only a DC 12, but...
And
So
someone
calls,
remind
look
me, what is the first point of exhaustion again? Is that like skill checks or something?
It's disadvantage.
All skill checks.
Okay, that's what
So
I thought.
calls like the only one looking kind of spry and like lively. I'm not even
I'm
tired,
too.
boys. Let's fucking get the day going.
I'm good to go too. I rolled a 19.
Kai, our brothers, we fucking live for not sleeping.
We can rally.
Get
Boom,
a couple
rally.
beers in us, we'll be up all night.
So I have some gear from the encounters so far that I'm gonna offer it to the party first. This is some of our spoils. If any of you have use of any of these items, help yourself. But if you don't need them, I am going to pawn them. I do have a need for coin in my personal life. So, but I do have a human-made dagger, a couple of human-made scimitars, and a human-made leather armor, and a crossbow. Does anyone need or want any of that? Because I'm gonna hawk it for coin at the market if not.
Let me would a DM, did we start with human made grade stuff, or are we at goblin made because we're low level?
No, I'd say human made. If I would have started you worse than that, I would have told you about it at the beginning instead of springing it on you.
Hey, Kai, that scimitar looks kind of sweet. Maybe you could use it.
I have 2 scimitars.
You could fucking dual wield some scimitars, my friend. What you think about that?
What are scimitars?
Doesn't
What do you
Gladier
say?
have a
Same
scimitar?
with the short sword, honestly. Scimitars and short swords are the same damage output.
Yeah, I think it's just damage type because I think short swords you can also do piercing with.
Yeah, short sword is
Scimitars are
piercing.
specifically slashing.
Yep. I think Cal just picked. Yeah, I appreciate it, and they do look kind of nice, but I'm just a little partial to my short swords right now. But yeah, no, I mean, you guys look pretty fucking beat. Maybe we just get some rest, recuperate. I mean, we've been up for a while now, and then we'll have time before we leave tomorrow morning to get rid of all this stuff. But I will say, if nobody else wants them, I will take those fine looking arrows that we found in that chest.
Agreed. We should maybe hawk it when we're a little bit less weary. I kind of pack up all the gear that I'm kind of offering to the party. The offer stands, and at least until the morn when I get to the market.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, it's a lot easier to smooth talk somebody after you've had a nice night of rest rather than showing up looking like we were rode hard and put away wet. He just kind of looks around and we're all like bruised up and fucking half covered in blood from earlier because none of us have even cleaned up yet.
I cleaned
Also,
up. Slim's actually remarkably clean at this
Yeah,
moment.
no, Slim is clean. What about this here? This scroll case we found. I mean, this looks fancy as fuck.
For the
Is
love of
anyone?
God, don't open it
I'm
without
not
checking
gonna
it.
open it. Listen.
Slim leaves to the other side of the room.
Call's gonna snatch it out of Kai's hand and try to open it.
No,
I'm
I
gonna try to
would
snatch it
not
and
let
open
him
it.
take it.
That
I
thing's
would,
colorful. I want to see what's in it.
I
Balgrim
would
bolts.
resist letting him take it.
Balgrim is running.
Balgrim and Slim just bail, like we're hiding under a table in the corner somewhere.
You open it and it is empty.
See, y'all worried about nothing, man. What if the cure was in there or something?
All right, so it's just does anyone have any? I mean, Winston, you're kind of like you got a touch of that arcane gift. I mean, it's nature based, it seems like, but I mean, magic. Do you think you maybe check this out to see if there's any special stuff on this scroll case? Maybe it's worth more than we think it is, or maybe there's something we should keep, like some reason we should keep it.
I mean, it's a little unfamiliar for me, but I will certainly take a look at it.
Just snatch the scroll case back from Call and hand it over to Winston.
Thank you kindly, and I'll just check it over, see if I see anything special about it.
Give me an Arcana check. And are you proficient in Arcana?
Definitely not.
I don't think we have one person proficient in Arcana.
Yeah, we have no pure casters in our group.
Yeah, we have a nature caster and divine caster.
I got one cantrip. Does that count?
Oh my god!
What the
kidding me?
flaming fuck? All right,
Oh, that's
reroll.
what's that? 4 natural ones in a row.
At least 3.
Winston is the first to go of this terrible disease.
The
Scroll
cold
case
touch of death
explodes in
got
your
him.
face and you die.
Oh, sweet Jesus! If it's a 1, oh my god, I thought it was for a second.
That's better.
That's a little better. Not great.
You search this scroll case and you get no magical essence from it.
Doesn't seem to have anything special about it. Just seems like kind of a scroll case.
No, we're at the shop. We can just still sell it for some gold. Sure, some little wizard or something will make use of it. All right. Well, I mean, should we just fucking go to sleep then?
Yeah, I guess everyone looks kind of beat. We can wake up, go hit the shops, and see what's popping in this here tavern later on.
All right. You all go up to your separate rooms except for Kai and Call, who go and share. Slim, as you're laying down and you're kind of replaying the past 20, well, really 12 hours, you have a thought. To hide in the shadows, you always thought was kind of cowardly. You wanted your enemies to see you, for them to feel the same fear that you felt when goblins attacked. Then you were attacked by a foe that you could not see, as you stood on the banks and a tongue just wrapped around you. It is not the act of a coward to use the shadows. It's the act of a predator. And for the benefit of the monastery, you will become a predator. And you decide to embrace the way of the shadow. Kai, sleep eludes you. You toss and turn, replaying the past few hours in your head. The fight in the curiosity shop, the missed hits, the beating you received, the fight in the cavern being taken down. As you replay these battles, you notice openings appear where at first you didn't see anything. You think of ways to better defend yourself and others. And you drift to sleep knowing that in the next challenge, you will be ready. Call. As you sleep, you dream of yourself in a dense jungle. You see other figures around you, but no details about them grab your attention, and you recognize none of them. None except for one. Standing in front of you is Baron Alistair Bolton. You then notice that the other figures resemble him as though related. They are his heritage. They are your heritage. As you step towards him, you feel your leg catch in a damp ground. You can feel your body begin to suck you down. Quickly, you are suddenly sucked down to your chest. You reach out with one arm, calling out, "Father!" You feel loss and devastation as the figure of your father turns away and you are sucked under. You feel the empty void of darkness as you continue to sink. When suddenly you are grabbed by two sets of hands and yanked from your slow death. After coughing up sand, you look up, and after your eyes focus, you find yourself staring in the faces of Master Eleron and Cato, the two makeshift fathers that you had while working the fight pits. As you look around, you notice other figures. They are the veteran fighters that taught rookies to survive, the trainers that gave them strength, the managers that provided support. These figures are Eleron's and Cato's heritage, and they are your heritage, ready to assist you should you call upon them in battle. Balgrim, you dream of yourself in the middle of a village. Fires race around as mangled bodies lie in heaps around you. Men, women, and children mercilessly killed with a savage satisfaction. You look down at your feet after a brutal slaying and freeze. At your feet is a young mother holding a sleeping infant. No, not sleeping. And is her hair naturally red? Or did her blood dye it to that hue? Where normally you felt jubilation after such a massacre, now you feel disgust, revulsion, and regret. You look down at your blood-spattered hide when a bright light hits your face. As you squint through the light, you see a young, handsome man with blonde hair, while also an aging warrior with gray-white hair as he switches from back and forth. As he approaches, even though his features seem to continuously change, his deep blue eyes, filled with a righteous determination, do not, and they fall upon you. Murderer, defiler, arsonist, bandit, pest. You have been a plague upon the innocents for far too long. Now is a time for change. Though you have been wicked, you are not beyond redemption. My child, Keldrin Summers offered you an alternative path, one that is in service to me. He has vouched upon his very soul that you would make for a noble soldier amongst my ranks. Thus far, he has not been wrong. Here is where your path to redemption begins. As one of my stalwarts, I expect characteristics of duty, loyalty, righteousness, and obedience. I give a chance now to swear an oath to me. Balgrim of the Bone Crusher tribe, do you pledge to respect and enforce the law and honor our traditions?
He takes one fist and puts it across his chest, nods, and just says, "You have my word."
Do you pledge to demonstrate truthfulness, loyalty, and steadfast devotion to a rightful cause?
Until my dying breath.
Do you pledge to not flinch in the execution of your duty, no matter what the consequence?
I do.
From this day forth, you are no longer Balgrim of the Bone Crusher tribe. You are Balgrim, acolyte of the Watchful Guardians. During your travels, stop at one of my temples to speak with a temple master. They will teach you the penance of duty, with each completion earning my favor. Thorm then places his gauntleted right hand upon your chest. You arise in the start, feeling at your chest. Upon looking in a mirror, you discover a right hand now marking that spot. You also notice on your surcoat and shield the same right gauntlet with a crimson trim where it was colorless before. And I decided to leave whether it looks like a pale mark upon your skin or a dark tattoo style, up to you.
I think I'm gonna go with, if you don't mind, like a raised, almost like a brand, like
Yep.
a scarification.
Yep, that's what I wanted to give you. The option was
Yeah, just like off
brand.
color, skin tone, but like looks like he was almost branded in his sleep.
And Winston. As you lay in bed, you start to think. 3-toed sloths have 3 toes and they're really slow. You have 4 toes and walk faster than a sloth. The orc has 5 fingers, so probably 5 toes, and he's faster than you. Therefore, more toes equals more speed. So, how many toes must the monk have to move at the speed he does? And since you got your fun shit at level 2, you really don't get the fun. With that, you'll all have your long rest, waking up before shops closed, and still be able to get a decent sleep before you depart on your voyage when we return to this story.
Should we? Do you want us to roll HP real quick here and
Yeah.
apply?
Go ahead, update your character sheets and
So I get a
Yeah, I rolled mine. I got a +6 HP, so I'm at 32.
I get a D10 plus 4 for Constitution.
So it's just the hit die plus con modifier, right?
yep.
Yeah. And if you're proficient, you get your proficiency too. Because I only have a +2 Constitution, but I'm proficient in con saves. So it
When
gives me
it comes to there's no proficiency added to.
Oh, well then why is D&D Beyond telling me I get a +4 from Constitution? Because I have a 14 Constitution stat, so I get a +2. But when I go to like the level up, it says I get a manage HP. It says I should get a +4 from Constitution.
I think that's what you've received already. Mine says +9 from Constitution, and there's no way I get a 9 hit point bonus every level.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, just the +2. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. So 1d10.
Or wait, is that right, Chris? Because my total possible HP right now is 39, and I have 17. Oh wait, no, that's pre-adjustment. Sorry.
Did you say we re-roll ones when we roll HP to level up?
Yeah, because that would suck.
Oh, I just rolled a 1, so what is that, like 6 or 7 this fucking go around?
Damn, I am a weak ass paladin. 23 hit points at level 3.
Well, the problem is with paladins, you want to have like 3 big stats, not just 2.
Yeah, I since I didn't put the +4, I got 6 on the D12 +4 for 10. So I'm at 36 hit points. Not too crazy. I mean, really, you should have been a half elf paladin because they get naturally high charisma. Like I had stupid charisma for no reason.
Yeah, I went for character concept over like picking a race like specifically for it. It was just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll figure it out from here.
Me
Oh, that's
too.
perfect.
I was Kai picked half elf, and I had to pick half elf since we were twins.
Yeah. All it is roll your hit die and add your Constitution modifier. Or if you don't want to roll because you're afraid of rolling a 1 or a 2, you could take the average score that's listed and.
Yeah, should I take it?
But you have to choose before you roll.
Yeah.
Put me at an even 20 hit points when everything's said and done. Not bad for a 3rd level, I guess.
I choose Battlemaster.
More key points, that's what's up. Because it's based on my level. So, extra goodies for me.
I've never even heard of someone doing the Ancestral Guardian, so I'm pretty hyped, dude. That description was dope as hell, dude. I loved it.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that a lot.
Especially with that fucking flavor of my father turning his back on me again. Oh, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, the whole like shadows and the predators in the shadows type of deal. That was awesome. That was really well written work there.
Yeah, that was dope.
It's making me not want to play the main campaign next weekend. I want to see what the fuck these classes can do.
I'd say don't worry, it won't be long before somebody calls in, but
I know, but I was thinking that kind of sucks. I mean, maybe we could do like a 2 weeks campaign, 1 week this swing or something like that. Because I mean, part of the reason it's so fun is we're all here on this one too, and it would kind of suck if someone's not here for this one too, because we're not exactly done with this job either.
Yeah, I mean, 4 weeks in a month, we could do 2 Sean to Chris, off and on.
Yeah, we could rotate if provided Chris is game for that. We could pick a weekend or two, like the first and second Wednesday of the month, or we could just alternate. You do one, then I do one. You do one, I do one. Whatever works.
We can. It just won't be very long before this one catches up to the other one, because the purpose of this one was just to be a not roll for shoes and all that stuff if somebody calls in. So while this one can go on a schedule, if the very next week Sean's sick and Alec can't make it, it's like right back to this one. So then,
or I'm having another kid or something.
That's totally possible.
Well, we could do. I mean, we could just do like 3 weeks, Sean. Like, just do like 3-1, and then if somebody isn't able to make a session, then we'll just do an extra Chris.
Say, let's do 3 weeks main campaign, 1 week here. Save it for the end of the month so that hey, everybody made it, then great, we could throw this on. Otherwise, if we like the second week of the month, we have to do this, then it's like done for the month. So it has that more flexibility.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, sounds good to me. I like it. I'm enjoying it. Yes.
I don't know if you can tell. I'm mainly just trying to push off doing Logos's art because I'm fucking nervous.
Been there.
I'm like, I could run this for another couple weeks, guys. I don't care.
Listen, playing D&D, I'm good.
I got so many toys I want to pull out now.
I know fucking Sean's gonna kill my mother or something, dude. She's a sweetheart, Sean. You better not have killed her.
Your mother, peek behind the screen, is one of my favorite NPCs in the whole fucking shebang. So, if you get your mother killed, I'm going to be pissed.
I would never. My mother is a free-loving sweetheart.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off. That was a great session, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
As always.
Fucking fantastic. Looking forward to the campaign, although nervous as hell next week.
All right, boys. Take it easy. See you next week.
All right. See you later.